Children, today I am going to tell about the chapter, the last lesson. First of all, I'll explain about the author. Alphonse Daudet was the French short story writer and novelist, now remembered as the author of Sentimental Tales of Provincial Life in the South of France. He was born on 13th May 1840 at Nimes in France. Now, this story has been set during the days of Franco-Prussian War between 1870 and 1871, in which France was defeated by Prussia led by Bismarck. At that time, Prussia consisted of Germany, Poland, and some parts of Austria. Characters you have to know. French, a school student, Mr. Hamel, a teacher of French language. Class consists of some students and some elderly people of the village. Watcher, a blacksmith. Old houser, an elderly villager. Sister of Mr. Hamel. 7th school, an elementary school in district Alsace in France. Now, important points of the chapter you have to know. Point number 1. Franz is afraid of going to school as he has not learned participles. Second, he wants to enjoy the beauty of nature, the bright sunshine, the birds chirping in the woods, Prussian soldiers drilling but resist. Third point, on reaching school, Franz notices unusual silence. Villagers were sitting at the last benches. Teacher is well dressed. Everybody looked sad. Point number 4. Mr. Hamel announces today is the last lesson in French. Children, French का लास्ट लेसन क्यों होता है यू हैव टू नो, क्योंकि अब जो है फ्रांस पे अटैक कर चुका है प्रूशियन. दिस कंट्री हैज़ अटैक्ड द फ्रांस, इसलिए वहाँ पे फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज बोलने के लिए मना हो गया. Franz regrets and realizes why he had not taken his lesson seriously. Point number 6. Understands the reason why teacher is well dressed and villagers sitting at the back. Point number 7. Mr. Hamel realizes that all three, he himself, the children and the parents, are to be blamed for losing respect and regards for the mother tongue. Point number 8. Hamel says French language most beautiful, clear and logical language in the world. Always keep close the mother tongue to your heart as it is a key to the prison of slavery. Point number 9. Hamel becomes emotional and writes on the blackboard, Vive la France, यानी फ्रांस तुम अमर रहो, live longer France. Point number 10. Franz remembers the last lesson very well. Children, good morning. Today I am going to start the explanation of the chapter, the last lesson. I started for the school very late that morning and was in great dread of scolding, especially because Mr. Hamel had said that he would question us on participles and I did not know the first word about them. Children, in this chapter, the narrator of the story is a young school-going boy named Franz. That morning, he was scared. He was in fear because he was late for the school. His teacher, Mr. Hamel, had announced the previous day that he would test them on the topic of participles, and Franz did not know anything at all about participles. He was in much fear of being scolded by Mr. Hamel. For a moment, I thought of running away and spending the day out of the doors. It was so warm, so bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and in the open field back of the sawmill, the Prussian soldiers were drilling. Here, sawmill means a factory for cutting wood, drilling means exercising. Franz had another option in his mind. He was thinking to miss the school and to enjoy the day out in the warm and bright weather. Now he describes the scene. There were birds chirping on the trees, and the noise of the Prussian soldiers who were drilling behind the sawmill could also be heard. It was all much more tempting than the rule for participles, but I had the strength to resist and hurried off the school. Tempting means attracting. Resist means to stay away. Here, the boy, Franz, he described the scene outside, that it was more attractive than the school. But he controlled that temptation and chose to attend the school. When I passed the town hall, there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there. The lost battles, the draft, the orders of the commanding officer, and I thought to myself, without stopping, what can be the matter now? Children, here bulletin board means a notice board for putting up the latest news. When Franz walked past to the town hall, he noticed a huge crowd at the notice board. The war with Prussia had begun 2.5 years ago, and since then all the bad news like losing the war, occupation of Alsace and Lorraine by the enemy, that was Prussia, had been communicated to the people through the bulletin board. Franz kept on walking towards the school and thought in his mind that what news could have been put up at the board now. Then, as I hurried by as fast as I could go, the blacksmith watcher, who was there with his apprentice reading the bulletin, called after me, "Don't go so fast, Bub. You will get to your school in plenty of time." I thought he was making fun of me and reached Mr. Hamel's little garden out of breath. Children, as Franz walked hurriedly towards the school, the blacksmith, who was also reading the news and had come along with his trainee, called out to Franz from behind and said that he need not go in such a hurry, as there was plenty of time for him to reach school. Franz thought that the blacksmith was making fun of him, as he was already late for the school. When Franz reached the garden outside the school, he was out of breath, as he had walked very fast. Usually, when school began, there was a great bustle, which could be heard out in the street. The opening and closing of desks, lessons repeated in unison, very loud, with our hands over our ears to understand better, and the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. Children, here a great bustle means a lot of noise created by many people. In unison means you can say meanwhile or at the same time. Rapping means striking. Franz describes the usual scene at the school in the morning. He describes that a lot of noise created by the moving of desks. Children were repeating their lessons and teachers were striking the tables with the rulers. But now it was all so still. I had counted on the commotion to get to my desk without being seen. But of course, that day everything had to be as quiet as Sunday morning. Children here counted on means depended upon. Commotion means noise and confusion. Here, that day was unusual as there was no such sound coming out of the school, and it seemed that the school was closed as it used to be on a Sunday morning. Franz had planned that he would take cover under the commotion and reach the class without being noticed, but that did not seem possible. Through the window, I saw my classmates already in their places, and Mr. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. Franz peeped inside his class and saw his classmates seated and Mr. Hamel, their teacher, walking in the class with the ruler made of iron placed under his arm. Franz feared a beating. I had to open the door and go in before everybody. You can imagine how I blushed and how frightened I was. Blushed means face turned red in color due to shame. Franz was ashamed of being late and feared a scolding as he had to enter the classroom in front of everyone. But nothing happened. Mr. Hamel saw me and said very kindly, "Go to your place quickly, little Franz. We were beginning without you." Franz found it strange as Mr. Hamel did not say anything and on the opposite politely asked him to get to his seat as the class was about to begin without him. I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. Not till then, when I had got a little over my fright, did I see that our teacher had on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection and prize days. चिल्ड्रन यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स को सरप्राइजिंग लगता है कि हर दिन से आज के ड्रेसिंग सेंस उसके टीचर मिस्टर हैमल की डिफरेंट थी. वह उस तरह की ड्रेस स्पेशल ओकेजन पे ही पहना करते थे. फ्रेंड्स hurried to his seat. After some time, when he overcame the scare and became comfortable, he noticed that their teacher had worn his best embroidered that day. The teacher normally wore it on occasions like inspection and prize distribution days. Friends wondered if that day was a normal day. Then what could be the reason for Mr. Hamel to wear his special dress? Besides, the whole school seemed so strange and solemn, but the thing that surprised me most was to see on the back benches that were always empty, the village people sitting quietly like ourselves. Old Hauser, with his three-cornered hat, the former mayor, the former postmaster, and several others besides. Here, solemn and serious. Franz felt that the atmosphere in the school was unusual and serious. To add to it, the last benches of the classroom were occupied by the senior villageman, Hauser, who was wearing his three-cornered hat? The retired mayor. He was a retired mayor and postmaster. Everybody looked sad, and Hauser had brought an old primer, thumbed at the edges, and he held it open on his knees with his great spectacles lying across the pages. Here, primer means basic book of any language. Thumbed means torn or damaged. They all looked sad. Hauser had brought his reader, you can say reader book, primary book to learn any language, which was old and torn. He had opened it, kept it on his knees, and had placed his spectacles on it.